Hello, my YouTube friend Pop Comics here. In today's video, we're going to go through my Big Apple Comic Con haul. It wasn't a huge haul this year. I only bought one box of comics, basically. I did buy 2 boxes of manga, which I will film for my Japan Haul Time channel. But the main reason why I didn't go too crazy, I think I spent about $600, was that my friend Kyle found me a collection of comic books of stuff I've been looking for years. As you can see, it's like a huge chunk of the Bob Hope and Jerry Lewis collections, which we'll go through after we do the whole. I'm like really excited for these. So I actually found the stuff I wanted, but not at the show. It was the week of the show, but not at the show. Okay, let's start digging into this box, and then we'll go through that box. I got this stack from the first vendor I saw. I paid $60 for the stack. He said 70. I kind of negotiated it down a little bit because I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to pay 70. I think the price is good. He had nothing priced, so it's more like you had to kind of like guess and negotiate a little bit, which is fine. I feel like if vendors don't have prices, you can negotiate a little bit harder. I'm actually okay. Like, I think it's acceptable. If you don't have prices on your stuff, it's acceptable to negotiate more if you don't like the price. Otherwise, because if a comic's already pre-priced, although you did have prices on some of these, but I'm just saying is if a comic already has a price, that's the first step in negotiation. So it's just like, if they don't have a price, then you get to that first step by hearing what they say they want, and then you negotiate. And since you don't know where it's going to start at, I think it's acceptable to negotiate a little bit harder. So we got Tasty Freeze Comics, number, I think 5 or 6, but it's the Fun Mazzy cover. I didn't have that one. Pretty decent shape. He said it was pretty common. I'm still happy to get it. I think I probably paid about $15 for that. King Kong, was it issue 1? The Awesome Dave Stevens cover. It's not perfect. It has a little bit of spine stress, but the one I have has like a big crease on it. So it's like, you know what? I'm okay, getting one that's not perfect, but better than the one I had. I'm guessing I paid maybe like 20-ish for that one. Weird War Tales 113, a fun G.I. Robot cover. I don't think that one is worth too much. Manga. I didn't realize this had a sticker on it. So Manga Visions, not sure volume 3, number 1, but it looks like a Rumiko Takahashi cover, so I had to get that. Dead World number 1, the fun cover. Three Eyes number 2, fun 90s manga. Adventures of Little Archie number 32, a fun dinosaur cover, not in the best shape, but fun like Mad Scientist cover. Creepsville number 2, I really like that cover. I want to look inside. I didn't really look at this one. This looks fun. Very cartoony style inside. Like, kind of doesn't match the cover, but that's all right. It's almost like an Archie clone. Either way, I love the cover. Just thought it looked really cool. Okay. Ranma 1/2, part 3, number 9. It's getting a little bit harder to find these Rumiko Takahashi single issues. There was one vendor there that had them for $5 each, and someone was buying out all the swimsuit cover ones. I was like, you know what? These are going to get kind of expensive, which I'm not shocked because they're awesome. Dead World number 2. So I got a couple issues, and Dead World number 4. So I got 3 of the first 4. And then another Manga Visions Volume 2, number 3, another Rumiko Takahashi cover. So I'm actually really happy with that. So how many did I get? I got 1, 2, 10. So I got, let's say 10 issues here. So if I paid $35, paid 6, so 25. So I paid $2.50 each. Okay, I think that's actually a really decent price on those. Okay, next stack. From Jasper and Dave, I got Buzzy number 24. It's got some heavy tanning on the edges. It's not, it's low grade, but it's not terrible. Like, it's presentable. The main image is clean. And I got Junior Miss number 30. So I believe I paid $170 for the pair, which is what they paid. Might have been a little bit high, but I like Jasper and Dave. So I was like, all right, I'll buy it. And I got Jasper to throw in 2 of his art prints. So he's a local artist. And I just thought this was a really fun little Peanuts one he did. And then he did a Nancy one, which I like both characters. So I was like, you know what? I'll pay the $170. You just throw those in. So I'm actually really happy to get that. Couple awesome, 1940s Good Girl art books. Couple of fun pieces of artwork. Really cool stuff. From Kryptonite Comics, I picked up Black Cat number 23. It's actually in pretty decent shape. It does have a crease and a tear on the back cover, so that brings the condition down. But the front presents well. It looks like a 5060 copy. So that's why I decided to get it. I don't mind a little bit of back damage. And it's not a chunk out, it's just a tear. So, it's still there. It's just a little bit harder to handle. Either way, he gave it to me for $110. I was thrilled to pick that up. I'm slowly putting this set together, a couple a year. Take me probably another 5 years, but I'll have a full set. There's like 3 or 4 that are going to be really expensive though. And then also for $20, I believe, I got Terry and the Pirates number 26. Love the cover. I just like it's like a kind of simple cover, but I love the coloring of it. She looks kind of badass. I don't know. I think it's cool. That's another series I'm slowly working on. So happy to pick that up. So it was like $130 for the pair. My buddy Kurt had a $2 each, 6 for $10 deal. I was trying not to buy cheap stuff, but he had some really cool modern books in the $2 bin, or $1.80 or whatever that comes out to. So a really awesome Catwoman 50 Nathan Zordi cover. Like, it's a $7 cover price. So it's like, stores would have paid $3.50 just to get it, to stock it. So I'm thrilled to pick that up. Catwoman number 50, awesome Jeff Deco cover. This one I might have, but I love Jeff Deco, so I couldn't help myself. Catwoman versus Punchline number 49, another Jeff Deco cover. Catwoman 48, more Jeff Deco beautiful covers. Edge of Spider-Verse number 3, a Peach Momoko cover. I didn't think I have it. This is the one that I was trying to avoid it. I was slowly looking. But then I saw American Vampire 1976, awesome Tula Lotay cover. Whenever I see her artwork, I almost get a little bit mad if I don't have a book. I'm like, why don't I have that? So it's that's what made me start picking out of the bin, because this cover is awesome. Such a beautiful cover. Awesome Paul Pope, Wonder Woman 791. And then there's a little stack of Dan Hipp covers, which I absolutely love. Harley Quinn, the animated series, number 5, I believe. I love Dan Hipp covers as well. They're just really fun and cute. Some of these I might have already, but for the $1.80 price, I just had to grab this stack. Number 4 from that series. Number 1 from that series. Number 2 from that series. So I'm pretty sure I have 1 or 2 of these, but I couldn't remember. Oh, accidentally got a duplicate. Okay, that's okay. Okay to get duplicates because I love Dan Hipp. And number 3. So I think these are just B covers. And number 6. Those are awesome. I grabbed a couple Derek Chew ones. Punchline number 5. Love Derek Chew covers. Oh, and a Rose Besh cover, which I might have already, but again, $1.80. I can't help myself. Another Derek Chew, number 6. These are beautiful. And DC versus RWBY, number 6. I like the character design, so I do kind of like grabbing these. Number 5. I think they're just A covers, but $1.80 is still a good price on that. And then a really nice Sweeney Boo Catwoman 53. Love that cover. So really, I had one little discount purchase. Happy with it. Pretty awesome issues for the price. Okay, Lone Wolf Comics had a really nice $2 box, which I basically, to me, it's a wholesale purchase. I bought out every copy had of this Carnage and Venom cover, because these sell well for me for $5 plus, maybe $7 if they're a little bit higher grade. Like if there's any 9, 4, 9, 6, 9, 8s in the stack. $2 each is a steal on those. Amazing Spider-Man 236, pretty high grade, $2. Again, that's a steal because it's a solid $5 to $7 issue. I sell them all day long. That's like bread and butter for me. Amazing Spider-Man stuff from the 80s. X-Men 161. This is also like bread and butter for me. I just like it sells well for me. $5. And then a bunch more of these. So yeah, I was buying a little bit with the shop in mind to help kind of pay for what I got. And for $25 from a Lone Wolf, I got, Imperial Requiem Volume 1 Premium Foil Edition. So beautiful Sun Kameneki cover, signed by Brian Pulido. Brian Pulido was charging like $20 an issue, so he didn't have this one in stock, but $25 is a very fair price. It's pretty much the same price as if I got it from him in person, which I did get one Brian Pulido book in person. I got Lady Death Masters number 1. Premiere edition with an awesome Dawn Matee cover. He signed it for me right there. Comes with a certificate. So I paid $20 for that, so $25 for that one's very fair, because I feel like this would have been a more expensive issue to begin with. So I got 2 really awesome Lady Death issues. Okay, and then more just kind of like a wholesale purchase from Lone Wolf. Not really a wholesale purchase, but with my shop in mind. So more Uncanny X-Men, again, $5 each for those. Fourth print of Thanos, or no, fifth printing of Thanos 13. I wasn't sure if I had this printing. I think the Cosmic Ghost Rider is really cool. So his first appearance, I'll grab those, because why not? $2, like at that price, I feel like that's if you're buying kind of neat key issues for $2, you get them for a good price. Uncanny X-Men 148, again for the shop, 166. 154, 156. So these sell really well for me. I realize I don't have a lot of turtle stuff in the shop, so I grabbed a whole stack of number 29 for $2. I think he gave me a little bit of discount too, so it's a little bit less than $2. But these, I'm sure I can get $5 a piece. You know, new Ninja Turtle books, $5. So why not one from the 80s? And then more Amazing Spider-Man. Like, this just felt like a steal. I should have bought a lot more from him, but I was kind of afraid of trying to get stuff home, so I was being a little bit conservative. Amazing deals, though. Amazing deals. Okay, then I got a couple of graded comics from, I believe, David. So you have Lady Death Sworn #1. Beautiful Sabrine Rich cover. I didn't have this one yet. Limited number out of 300. So very rare printing. Signed by Sabine Rich. So it's graded, signed. Witnessed. Oh, and Brian Paluto signed it. So it's double signed. He charged me, let's see, he had 45 on that. I think he charged me like $40 on that. That felt like a steal, honestly. Love Sabine Rich issues. That was amazing. And then he also sold me Lady Mechanica Sangre #3. I paid $75 for the pair. So it was at like $37 each. So even less. He had 37. That was an amazing deal. This one is signed by Joe Bennett. I like the Lady Mechanica issues. This one was a Comic-Con exclusive, so I didn't think I had that one. Amazing deals on those. I like right now, I think the prices are kind of suppressed. I feel like this should be like a $200 issue. And during the Comic-Con boom, that probably would have been a $200 issue just because it's rare, it's signed. Great. Honestly, it's such a buyer's market. If you have a little extra, like I know you're probably struggling, but if you do have a little extra money, there's going to be deals like this out there that are just way too amazing. And then for my buddy Kurt, he sold me Spider-Gwen #1, a Phantom variant signed by Sia Ohm for $5. Amazing deal. He gave it to me for half price. I'm really thrilled. I didn't pick up a lot at the Big Apple Comic Con, but what I did pick up felt like really amazing deals on really amazing books. Okay, now we have the big collection. I am so thrilled to pick up this collection. I've been looking to put these sets together for years. I find a handful a year. So just finding so many at once of the Jerry Lewis and the Bob Hope series, amazing. I think I paid about $600 for everything. So $5 or $6 a book maybe on average. Not 100% sure. There's some lower end stuff. There's some better issues, some higher grade stuff. I am thrilled. All this is Owen Fitzgerald into Bob Ossner covers. I'm not 100% sure where it switches because they look very similar. And also, I think some of the covers Ossner probably did that is labeled as Owen Fitzgerald. I think it's just not enough records out there. But let's go through these. Amazing prices because some of these are a little bit higher grade too. So like I don't know the exact value. They're just hard to find. They're usually not too expensive. I usually pay about $20 for like a 4.0 to 6.0 range. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And there's a lot in that range here. So we have D. Martin, Jerry Lewis, #34. Absolutely love this cover. We have the domed helmet. Just love the look of it. Amazing. Thrilled to pick that up. This is, I'm looking at the faces, and I feel like those pouty faces are more of the Bob Ossner look. And this, I think, is more the Owen Fitzgerald look. Although Jerry Lewis looks the same. And D. Martin looks pretty much the same. So I'm not sure. They might just be that Bob Ossner was trained and copied Owen Fitzgerald so much. So it's always kind of confusing to me. Either way, absolutely love all the covers in these runs. I want to put the sets together. And this is going to knock out a huge portion of what I need. #35, beautiful cover. #41. Another awesome cover. I love it. That's a gorilla cover. #43. That cover's awesome. So I guess these are the ones that were a little bit higher grade because Kyle pulled out a bunch to sell at Big AppleCon and then a stack of the kind of lower grade he hadn't worked on yet. #44. This one looks to be in really, really nice condition. Probably like a 6.0 copy. That one's beautiful. Absolutely love that one. Jerry Lewis, number 75. That's definitely a Bob Oshner. I guess the face changes just a slight hair. That one's awesome. Man, these covers are great. Love these. Jerry Lewis, 77. Another awesome Bob Oshner cover. Bob Hope, number 6. So lower grade. He had $5 on it. $5 a steal. Even lower grade, that's a steal on this one. That's a hard issue to get in any kind of condition. Bob Hope, number 34. Again, he had it at 5. 5 is a steal. Even though grade's a little bit lower, it's a steal. Bob Hope, 75. Love that cover. Lovely. I love this one. Bob Hope, 81. This one's awesome. It's like a cute ghost lady. That cover is awesome. I love the kind of scary ones. Jerry Lewis, 104. So this is one of the Neil Adams covers. I love the monster covers and whatnot. That one's awesome. Okay, next handful, we have Jerry Lewis, 105. So again, I think that's a Neil. Yeah, he's got Neil Adams. Pretty decent shape. Thrilled to get that. I really, really love the Bob Hope ones with the Universal Monsters. Those are some of my favorites. That's number 98. Oh, he was selling that for $5 a steal on that. And number 99. Those are amazing. Some guy, the guy saw that Kyle messaged me the week before the con. He said he got a collection that he thought I would love. And we were thinking about going over and filming, but honestly, I was really busy the week, so I just didn't have time to do it. But then I saw that he posted that he was going to have these at Big Apple Con, so I was like, hold them. I didn't want anyone else to have a chance at these. I wanted all. I was like, I'll take them all. Bob Hope 102, that cover is awesome too. More Universal Monsters. Bob Hope 103, love that cover. These are amazing. Bob Hope 104, so just a huge chunk of these. Bob Hope 109, amazing. Jerry Lewis 101, a little bit lower grade. He had $3 on that, and it's a 2-pack, although really low grade. But that's okay. I'm just thrilled to get them. Oh, okay, I wrote a note here. So this came from Ken and Moxy. Apparently, they were friends with Jerry Lewis, or they worked with him or something. So this is a collection of books that he had put together in like the 80s, maybe early 90s, going to comic shops, hunting them down. This actually was a lifetime collection, and these are rare. It takes a lot of work to find these many. So thank you, Ken and Moxy. Really appreciate you guys. This collection's amazing. Jerry Lewis D. Martin, number 18, in pretty decent shape. Thrilled to get that one. That one's all. The low number ones are just, it's nice to see them in good shape. Jerry Lewis 120. Okay, so then these are the ones that Kyle hadn't processed yet. They're still in the bag, so maybe either lower grade or I'm not sure why he didn't price all of them. But anyway, or maybe he was just conserving bags and boards. I took them all, though. I was like, I want them all. So Bob Hope 17, not in the best shape, but still, it's a low number. Happy to get it. Bob Hope 27, same exact thing. Not in the best shape. Thrilled to get it. As you can see, though, it's just like he paid $4. Ken and Moxy hunting these down. $1.50 on that one. Number 59. Thrilled to pick these up. Okay, next handful. Bob Hope, number 88. Paid $2. Sometime, I guess that would have been the equivalent of buying a comic today for like $5 to $10. Number 99. Another awesome Universal Monster one. A duplicate of this one. 104, which is okay because I can sell off the duplicates, make a little bit of money back. 107, kind of beat, but that's okay. Both of them are kind of beat. I'm not sure. Maybe that one's slightly better. Oh, duplicate on that one. 109. 106. This one I know I had already. A couple of those. Jerry Lewis 110. Jerry Lewis 111. I love these covers. 113, couple of copies of that. Lower grade, but that's okay. Again, the price was fantastic. 114. Oh, okay, so this is looks like more of the better ones that Kyle started bagging and boarding, but he hadn't finished. So you have Jerry Lewis 98. 99. America's Funniest something. It's like a Giant Series 19, something like that. Not 100% sure if that's like a separate one or not. Jerry Lewis 124. Yeah, but so these Kyle had bagged and boarded. Although there's a number on this. So I'm not 100% sure. 121. So maybe the collector actually just had bought these like this. Number 110. Grade is pretty decent on these. 106. Bob Hope 93. Love that cover. Such a great cover. Bob Hope 51. Bob Hope 31. The lower, the better. You know, the higher number ones are more trying to find grade. The lower number ones, you're just trying to find at all. Bob Hope 92. Fun Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde cover. Bob Hope 69. So I think around this issue is when the artists switch. Lovely cover, though. Next handful, we got Jerry Lewis 114, 75 cents back in the 80s. You got one for the price of a new comic back then. Let's see, number 115, 116, that's an awesome cover. 117, 118, 119. So I think these are still the ones that were kind of the cheaper ones that Kyle had. Number 120. Basically what happened was Kyle had one stack, and basically he added up the ones he had priced out, and that came out to like $350, and then he threw in another giant stack for free of lower grade ones, but then later on he found another pile. 122, a couple copies of that. So I guess I will have a few of these to sell in my shop. 123. And I also have to compare it to my collection I have now, because I'm sure I have a few of these. 124, because I have been collecting for years now. Oh, and then this one definitely, so this was the second stack, I believe. Jerry Lewis, number 60, in pretty decent shape for the age. Like, I'm happy with that. A nice mid-grade copy. Awesome cover. There was a stack of non-Jerry Lewis stuff that, like, he asked me to give him an offer, and basically when I was calculating, most of these were like $1 or $2. Dell 4-color, 854. I do think I need a few of these, though, for my Dell 4-color run. Dell 4-color, 720. Ensign Pulver. One of those television ones. Dell 4-color, 631. Run Buddy Run. No Time for Sergeants. The Music Man. The Miracle of the White Stallions. The Story of Mankind, or Dell 4-color, 851. 1776, number 1 from Charlton. Car 54. So I do like these kind of old school television related comics. I just don't want to pay a lot for them. Some people see me pick them up and they're like, oh, I have a bunch. I'll sell them to you for $20. I don't want to pay $20 each. I want to pay $1 each. Okay, next handful. We got Bob Hope 101. That one's kind of lowish grade. Looks like it's water damage or something. Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis 22. That one's awesome. I love getting the older, earlier number ones. Jerry Lewis 78. That cover's fun. Jerry Lewis 84. I need to get these all into new bags and boards because they're a little bit slouchy. Jerry Lewis 107. I think I have that one already. Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis 26. That one's awesome. I think I have that one already, but that one's, $20-$30. Jerry Lewis 95. Jerry Lewis 113. Another copy of 107. So he must have bought some duplicates at some point. Another one of those. Jerry Lewis 112. So we're getting some duplicates. Jerry Lewis 57. That's a funny cover. Love that one. Bob Hope 100. Awesome monster cover. Jerry Lewis 99. Jerry Lewis 109. It's another fun monster cover. I like the kind of horror monster covers. Bob Hope 108. That one's awesome. Love that one. And Bob Hope 22. That one's awesome. Like, pretty decent shape for the age. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. Kind of like mid-grade 4.0-ish, 4 or 5 copies for cheap. Thrilled to pick that up. Amazing. But we still have a bunch more. So we have a Many Loves of Dobby Gillis, number 19. I believe that's Bob Osner. That's another series of work. I'm trying to get all the Bob Osner stuff. I love his artwork. I think it's beautiful. Jerry Lewis 87. Awesome monster cover. Absolutely love that one. Jerry Lewis 86. That one's beat. Oh, but a nicer one. Okay. Not great, but a little bit better. Jerry Lewis 84. That's fun. Jerry Lewis 82. That's a great cover. Love that one. Jerry Lewis 81. Beautiful. Jerry Lewis 72. Jerry Lewis 121, Jerry Lewis 113, Jerry Lewis 110. So happy to get so many of these all at once. Bob Hope 70, Jerry Lewis 92, Jerry Lewis 90, Jerry Lewis 89, and Jerry Lewis 88. That's an awesome witch cover. I saw this pop out. I was like, look, Action Comics #1. This is the mid-80s Nestle Quick issue. I think this issue in this shape is still probably 20 to 40 bucks. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so more of the Dell 4-color stuff. 4-color 1194. Old Yeller. Hogan's Heroes. Car 54. I Love Lucy. These might have a little bit of value. Dick Tracy in 3D. That's kind of fun. One sort of modern book. 77 Sunset Strip. I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy. Those are kind of fun. I Love Lucy. This is colored in with white out. More I Love Lucy. Another one of these 77 Sunset Strips. Walt Disney's Lady and the Tramp. Okay. Dell 4-color 738. Dell 4-color 1263. Dell 4-color 690. Jerry Lewis 107. Couple copies of that. Jerry Lewis 108. Jerry Lewis 96. Jerry Lewis 95. Jerry Lewis 94. Another one of the awesome monster covers. Love that one. Jerry Lewis 93. Absolutely love the monster ones. Jerry Lewis 92. Jerry Lewis, I can't see the number, 91 I want to say. Jerry Lewis 97. This one has a little bit of value because that's the Joker cover. That one might be like in this mid-grade, 40 to 50 bucks. My friend Irma, number 28, awesome Dan DiCarlo issue. That's like a $20 to $30 issue. Love to see that. Jerry Lewis 71, that one's awesome. Nice. This is probably, during the space race, basically. That one's awesome. Jerry Lewis 68. Jerry Lewis 70. Jerry Lewis 66. I absolutely love these Bob Ostner covers. I think they're awesome. Jerry Lewis 58. Jerry Lewis 55. Love that cover. Okay, and then one more handful. We have Jerry Lewis number 50. A couple copies of this. One is really rough, though. 50 cents back in the day. That's probably from the 80s. I remember going to Forbidden Planet with my dad in the 1980s and buying a bunch of... I think I bought Daredevil comics for like $2 each. Jerry Lewis 47. That's awesome. Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis 39. Not in the best shape, but still happy to get it. Number 15. Nice lower number. Number 23. Thrilled to get that. Number 24. Number 26. A bunch of these I think I have already. And number 10, which I don't have number 10. This is really rough, but still thrilled to get it. Awesome cover. All right, that collection was amazing. I am so happy to pick it up. There's still a bunch more I need in the runs, but this will really help out a big chunk of the collection. I'm going to organize it, figure out what I need, and the hunt continues. Okay, let's go back in time and see a haul of stuff that Jason picked up a few months ago.
Hey, it's Jason in Atlanta. I went to a local con last week. This one was called Legion Comic Convention, and it wasn't called that because it had anything to do with, the X-Men character with the crazy hair. It was because it was held at a Veterans Legion Hall, so it's really not a very creative name at all. It was a relatively small place in Smyrna, Georgia, which is just a little bit north of Atlanta. And it was, there were maybe a dozen vendors total. Half of those maybe had comic books. The rest were, a bunch of toys and things. But there were some good ones, and not the same ones that I see at the other Atlanta cons. And I got some good stuff. You want to see it? Okay, let's mount this puppy and turn this around. This is a series that I had been wanting to complete for a while. I had the first two, not the back two. 4 kids walk into a bank. by Matt Rosenberg is the writer on this, and I've really been enjoying his Substack podcast. And from what I hear, from what he talks about on the podcast, this is actively being made into a film, I think, or I think it's a film. I don't think it's a series starring Liam Neeson. So that sounds pretty neat. I'd love to read it all and find out. 21st Century Tank Girl, number 2. I had number 1. This one apparently is the valuable one in the group. I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that there are 3 naked women on the cover. Who knows? These stickers, by the way, this was all from the same vendor over there. I think what it was the green stickers were $2. The orange stickers were $1, and then there's, I think I only got one of the 50 centers. I forget what color that was. But the guy ended up giving me a pretty good discount, I think of like a third, because I pointed out to him that he had a Madman number 4, which has that Dave Stevens on the back cover, and that he should probably be selling it for more than $1. He thanked me for that, and then thanked me again by taking some money off that. Colonel Weird Cosmogog, number 3. A Criminal, number 4 of whichever series this is. They make it so confusing by almost always just having just called Criminal, and sometimes during the middle of the run, they'll change the subtitle. It doesn't really make any sense, but I'm trying to keep track of them. Ooh, look at this. Basil Wolverton's Fantastic Fables. You can never go wrong with a little Basil Wolverton. Look at his crazy stuff. Always love looking out for Gru Pacific titles. This one is number 6 of that very first volume. And a number 8. Both $2, which means whatever, $1.33 or whatever he ended up charging me. This was the 150-cent one, the yellow. Happy Dale. It's a big thickie, which is sort of the main reason why I took it. It looks very cartoony. It's got Laura Allred working on it without her husband, Michael. She's stepping out there doing the colors to somebody else's art. But I'm interested to check that out. Jack Staff, number 6. This is another one I got mostly just because it's huge. But it looks really neat. It's just called Monster Attack Network. And it's a black and white, some kind of crazy ink work. But I think it looks great. Promethea. This is Promethea number 1. It came with both of these. It was $2 for both of these. I've got this number 1, but I had never even seen, I don't think, this variant number 1. So I got it really just for that. And the last Ronin I needed, book 4. This one, this is the Saga trade paperback, volume 1, and it was in the dollar bin of some guy's thing. I found out later why, because there's kind of, what's this in here? Oh, you're discovering this at the same time as me. A Meditation Before the Blessed Sacrament is in here as like a bookmark or something. But there's some water damage on it. But great way to read it anyway, I think. I've read the first couple of trades already, but I'm anxious to get more and read more again. Scout number 23. Smurfs number 2. A couple more of Star Trek Next Generation movie adaptations. This is book number 4 and 5. A Yosagi Yojimbo color special. I still don't really know. I haven't read enough Usagi Yojimbo to know what I'm looking for and to understand really how it's all put together with all these different volumes and everything. This one obviously was not $1. This one, I saw some guy selling it for $10, which seemed kind of reasonable. It's the only Mr. Monster from the Eclipse run that I didn't have. It's the Dave Stevens cover. I thought, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to get it. And I got it. And then that was all I got from the con. I was still feeling a little bit of energy, comic buying energy that wasn't fully sated. So I did swing by this other place on the way home, Syndicate Comics, which is part of this larger flea market space. And they have a cool $1.25 bin that they've recently added. So I got this bunny mask, hollow inside. That was one that I had really liked the watercoloring for. And I grabbed one from the series, so I figure I might as well get another one. But look, I really do love the way this one looks. Kill Your Darlings. I wanted to start this series, the same podcast that Matt Rosenberg is on. These other guys, Parker and Sheridan, are also on it, and they've recently been promoting their new comic. I can't remember what it's called, but this was the first comic they did, and it's supposed to be really good, so I wanted to check this out. And then a Patra, which is another really cool-looking comic. This one's a 4-parter that I've been putting together. And that is it for that day in northern Atlanta. Got some good stuff, I think. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. I don't really care one way or the other, truthfully. But I will talk to you guys at another point in the not too distant future. Bye-bye.